Hero. Hey everybody, this is the Weekly Buzz. Not so weekly, but I'm excited about the guest that we have tonight. And of course, I love hanging out with the ladies and bald men too. Bald men rock. But Stuart Warner and his beautiful wife Teresa Warner and Lindsey Mathews, all the way down from, did I say that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nailed it.
Sometimes I worry that I said something wrong. All right, you guys are from Boston.
Whoa. Jersey. Jersey Shore.
So you guys are tough then. I'm not messing with you guys. You're from Manhattan. No, you're from Venice.
Venice.
Oh.
Okay.
Texas by way of Venice.
That's right. And we kind of had a little discussion. We'll talk about that. But you guys are the kind of the kingpins. And you've always been there in the pediatric area. And you're got this whole new movement, the birth fit. So we're actually working on these kids chiropractically before they're even born.
Yeah.
And the moms too, of course. But I'm looking at the kids. So I think it's a good fit that we have tonight. But what are you bringing to the show tonight?
We're bringing it all the way. We need to make sure every child gets adjusted from birth onward for the rest of their lives, from womb to tomb, so they can express their greatest God-given potential in life. So we need to instill all the passion and give them all the strategies so that they could be the go-to authority in their community for helping kids.
You're not going to get any argument from me. You keep laughing at me tonight.
Yeah, you're speaking to the choir, yeah.
All right, you're next, okay? Teresa, you're up. What do you, I mean, other than that beautiful smile, what do you bring to the gig tonight?
I think that as chiropractors, one of our main roles as well is to empower the moms in our communities. So I think a lot of moms are, they get manipulated, they get taken advantage of, they don't feel they have a voice, they don't feel they have a choice. They end up telling us story upon story of, I wish I knew now.
Right.
You know, wish I knew then what I know now. And I'm sick and tired of hearing that. And it's time for us to step up and start changing things. And so I want to give docs a way to make that happen with their staff and their support, and reach deep into the community and reach every mom and let them feel empowered so they never make a mistake again, and they know how to make the correct choices and that their voice matters.
And it does matter. And, you know, I'm kind of sick of parents saying that I wish I knew before, but what I'm more kind of sick of and more pissed off about is seeing these kids that have been maimed, where they're never going to have, I don't care what you do to some of these kids, you're not going to bring them back to where they could have been. But also, I think even on a global level, whether you're an evolutionist or not, I don't really want to get into that kind of stuff right now, but I think the human race is a lower intelligence. I don't want to say de-evolving, but that's what I'm trying to say. And it's just because of the fact that we have so much toxicity, not only from the vaccines, the food, the air, and we need to come together and get the world to understand what's going on so there can be change, so that these kids, like I'm 60, I'm old. I'm not 60 yet, I'm just pretending. I'm 59. All right, but I mean, the planet, we got to take care of the planet for these kids too, so I mean, that's why Cal Jam's a little eclectic. All right, now your turn. We did the baby thing. We ate the baby food, and I kicked your ass at that.
I know, you
did. So what are you bringing tonight, other than some heat?
Yeah, always heat.
I know.
Well,
because we got a lot of students here, which I'm stoked about that.
Yeah. We're talking about birth fit and how we are bringing an awareness back to the motherhood transition, and from conception to the end of the first year of life, this is the most exponential growth period for us as humans. And like you've just touched on it with vaccines, and you want to throw some ultrasounds in there, you want to throw other
EMF
things
in there.
Yeah, so just bringing awareness and a respect to pregnancy and that postpartum period.
Or perfume, for that matter. If you wear too much perfume and causing yourself thyroid disease.
Yeah.
One of the things that you said that really hit me hard when we had the last discussion over the baby food, or before the baby food, was the stamina that's necessary for the birth process. And I never really thought about the physical act. I mean, I have thought about it, but I never realized that you've got to be in shape to deliver a baby.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I tell moms it's like training for a marathon.
Exactly.
You go through and you got to take care of your body and nurture it and train for that day, because, whew.
Yeah,
I don't
know where I heard this, but I heard that the physical status of a hunter-gatherer was that of an elite Olympic athlete. Because if you weren't in shape, you didn't.
Sure.
You didn't.
Especially
You
the
wouldn't
women.
survive.
No,
right?
exactly. Someone like eat you or eat you up.
Well, the number one reason for transfer is because of exhaustion if you're doing a home birth. So if you think, oh, you don't know how long labor's gonna be. It could be 3 hours, could be 3 days, could be a week. So you
week?
You could be in labor off and on
Yeah, that's
for
true.
a very long time.
I almost was with my first.
So you gotta have, you gotta be conditioned in your 3 main metabolic pathways.
And what are those 3 main metabolic?
Oh God.
I'll be throwing shit out like that. Not
Phosphagen, glycolytic, and aerobic.
Okay, good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just to me,
Quiz.
it's scary to me to see a lot of people that come into our office that are physically not where they should be, and I can't imagine having to have a baby if you're not in shape,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and then there's so much fear and distractions that are brought into it.
Yeah.
I really appreciate what you're doing, and one thing that I found interesting is in 20 years I've been researching and collecting articles, and you've seen this all the time. I saw it again a couple of days ago. Whenever you see a mom that's going into labor and they can't get to the hospital, so they have it in their bathroom or in the taxi cab or
Or in their driveway, like one of my patients.
every single time, I have dozens and dozens of articles for 20 years. The ending's always the same. Baby and mom are healthy.
Yeah.
And that's because when there's no other option available, you have 100% commitment, the natural instincts take over. When you're in the fear and the distractions and all of the pressure, then, the medical births.
Yeah,
Did
there
you
was
get
just
into
another
that?
one today with the birth in Texas. A mom got in the flood and birthed the baby.
Wow.
Beautiful, and 11 weeks premature, and the baby came out fully intact. And
So what do you attribute to
now
11 weeks
it's
premature to? Was it just the
Well, I don't know.
stress?
I don't know the
Yeah.
details of everything, but probably the stress of
Yeah.
the storm, and then
But I think that would put you more into sympathetic, which would hinder that, wouldn't it? Or
Maybe. I mean, I've had a number of moms that have gone into labor early due to stress, but they weren't physically active.
so they weren't.
They maybe weren't training for labor and delivery or the birth process in any way, mental, physical, emotional.
Okay, so let me just ask you, because I know you love to work out over at that douche gym, right? Where you guys throw tires and shit around, right?
Yeah.
Right.
A few
Oh,
times.
wimpy.
Mostly
No, they
kegs.
carry like
come
refrigerators
on.
and wash machines, right?
Mostly kegs, no.
Kegs? A beer.
empty or full? What are we
Okay.
talking
We got
Good job.
about?
sand and water.
Yeah. So, what would you advocate like a pregnant mom do as far as a workout thing?
Oh, well, you should come to the Birth Fit Coach seminar.
Okay, in my spare time. When is it? I'll come and speak.
So we just
So I'll
had one
stay
in
the whole
Denver.
time.
It
You
was
did?
Saturday and Sunday, sold out. But we talk about training, prenatal training, postpartum training. We want to have a balance. So as flexible
Yeah.
as you want to be as strong as you are flexible. And if somebody comes to us and they're brand new, we start minimum twice a week, strength and conditioning, and training day.
And endurance too, though, right?
Yeah, strength
Yeah.
and conditioning.
Okay.
So it starts with posture and breath, then we get into a little functional progression flow, quality movements, then strength, then conditioning, and then finish with accessory work.
And then, how often do you advocate they get their spines checked by a chiropractor?
The ideal would be once a week.
Okay, yeah, that's what I would think.
Yeah.
At least once a week. I get adjusted 3 times a week. I mean, I know I'm a freak. I am a freak. I am.
But you demand a lot from your body.
Yeah, I do, and I just know my body works better when I get adjusted. I mean, it just
Yeah.
clears me out. All right, so you guys are going to be on High Wire tomorrow, Del Bigtree's show, which I was on. You're going to have so much fun doing that. What do you guys bring into that?
Yeah, that's
Do
awesome.
you know? You have any ideas where the direction they're going?
Yeah, we're going to be talking about vaccine freedom, and there was some unique twists
Oh,
on
cool.
that, and also about pediatric chiropractic and raising healthy kids.
All right, good. Now, you brought up something. You're going to be talking about vaccines, and I've been really reluctant to do this since SB 277, which is our Nazi state forcing people to shoot up drugs. What do you advocate parents do these days when they don't really have any other choice than homeschooling?
Oh, well, it depends on what state you live in. So,
Well, I'm saying
so in
California.
California,
I live
move
in
out of California.
Well, there's no place that has as good a wage.
Come to New Jersey. It's wonderful.
Don't they call it the cancer
We live
state?
at we live at the beach. It's
Garden
gorgeous.
State.
Did I say that on your
Our
list?
beach
The
looks-
cancer state?
The Garden
Oh
State.
my
Oh, it
God.
says the garden state.
You're get out of here.
I think you guys have the highest level of cancer in any state in the country. I'm gonna look that up. Somebody Google that for me. They do that.
We're good.
He's like, no. That's funny.
I just like
not
to
our
rile- I know
patients.
you
They're
New
well
Jersey people like to be
adjusted.
riled up a
They're
little
making
bit.
great choices. They're eating farm to table. They're keeping toxicity out of their body.
We need to rise up.
Doing
We
good.
need to get everybody to come to Cal Jam rally and
yeah.
take the torch and bring it to the
Well,
legislators.
that's it.
Because
That's
look
the
what
truth.
look at
It's just
happened in
people
Europe,
standing up.
though. It seems like they were way more proactive and resistant to the mandating. I don't think it was Italy. I mean, I don't follow the news very much, other than what I see on Facebook. But there seems to be a higher level of complacency. I think people here are more conditioned into the whole vaccine consciousness.
Yes.
It's like we just did a hiring, and one of the questions
A
we
lot
did in
of
the
it's the
hiring
media, you know.
was we asked them, "What's your opinion of vaccines?" Of course, I just wanted them to talk and see if they articulate.
Mhm.
We just had a baby a mile down the road from us that was killed a couple months ago from a vaccine. And the parents, the mom's a pediatric cardiac nurse, and the dad is a mixed martial arts champion. He is pissed off. He wants to change the world now. He's like,
Oh, that's the guy that's been getting a lot
Nick
of press.
Cartone, right? He's right down the road
I
from
posted
me.
about that. That was more than a week ago, though.
Well, a couple
No,
months,
no.
also a few months ago.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. I thought I was losing my
Yeah,
mind.
yeah.
No.
But more and more people are stepping up and getting the truth out.
So let me ask you another question. Go back over here and try to be 50-50 here.
This is good.
Yeah. But with your birth fit classes, that's open to the general public. It's just a chiropractic, right? Or
Anybody can take it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, do you talk about vaccines in the birth fit class, or do you kind of keep that? Because I know that can.
No,
alienate
our
people.
biggest thing is we want to educate parents to make their choices, whether it involves prenatal choices, preconception choices, labor and delivery, birth choices, postpartum choices.
Okay.
We want to give the power back to the parents.
But how do you bring that sensitive subject up to vaccines when you? I mean.
Oh, we've had some good discussions on vaccines in both the Birth Fit Coach Seminar and then in our Birth Fit Prenatal Education Series. And most of it is just, we create a safe space for these parents and these participants to have discussions. And I like to pride our team because they do a really good job of saying, hey, this is a safe space. We're not going to judge you for anything.
Right.
And ask questions.
Right.
And everything we do, we talk about the history, and I'll talk a little bit about it tonight, but the vaccine ramp up happened in 1991, 92, 93, and that not that long ago.
No.
So there's
No.
studies
Was that
do
30 years
not
ago, or?
studies do not show generation upon generation of effects, and if you just get the wheels turning in people and start to give them
Just ask them some questions.
yeah, hey, you tell me what you found in that. Then,
Right.
they start digging a little deeper, and then they have the discussions, and you've just provided the environment, the safe
And then you
environment.
get
think
people
that's
to
great.
think again.
Yeah.
Think. Okay, so
Yeah,
back
that's
to
what
my
people
original
don't say.
questions. I'm not sure I really got answered.
What?
Was I don't know what to tell these people. I mean, I know that my opinion of vaccines, not my opinion, it's vaccine reality. But what do you tell people when they don't, other than move out of state? Okay, that's what you remark. I mean, that's not.
No,
realistic.
and that's I say that in jest, but it's legitimate.
No, I
mean, I
agree
have a
with
lot
you.
of people
I
that have said to
only-
me that
right.
this comes down, we have to move. That's it.
But the thing is,
Because
you have
they're
to understand that they're
giving
going to
you
go
little
there
things.
next.
You want to be able to, of course. So you want to be able to protest. You want to be able to, in an organized fashion, be supporting people who are bringing that to, to the state capitol, and be supportive of that.
Right.
Because if you don't have a voice in the game, if you just packed up and left, you're protecting your own family. But we're not changing things because you're right.
No,
They're
for
going
a
to go
little
next. They'll go
longer.
to Texas. Then they'll come to
Right,
Jersey. Then
right.
they'll go to, and before long, we'd have to move out of the country. And you
And
know
no,
what?
and then
It's
it's
not
gonna-
looking better everywhere else these days.
I know
so
where I'm going. I'm not
it's,
telling anybody either.
it's, you know,
Indonesia.
it's tough. But the one thing that I love that you were saying is creating a safe space. And I think one of the things that's really important, and getting back to like empowering moms, is creating, and parents, is creating that safe space for them. And so when they feel that they can voice their opinion, that they're not going to be ostracized, looked down upon, kicked out of their doctor's office, kicked out of their school, where's the safe space that they can learn and that they feel like they can air their grievances, or that they can say their opinion without getting threatened by DIFUS and having their kids taken away.
Threatened by what?
Whatever your state
CPS.
department
New Jersey,
of your
okay.
state children's services
CPS.
would say. And you know, and that's a legitimate fear for a lot of parents too.
I don't know everything about the California law, but parents would need to take a closer look if their babies have any allergies to any of the ingredients in the vaccines, or
Yeah, it's getting really hard.
mitochondrial
I mean,
weaknesses.
there's so many people that are trying to do that. That
Mhm.
like I used to have a pediatrician that used to actually work in this room here, and she just cannot. She said she cannot write exemptions because she's under heavy
Scrutiny.
scrutiny. And so is Dr. Sears, same thing.
Yeah.
But what's interesting to me, not to backpedal, is that I spoke to a group in San Diego, people that are into longevity and life extension and all that stuff, living forever. And they were more receptive to the chiropractic story. And then when I went to another group, it was like I was talking to people that were really more medically based. And I think even my stuff about vaccines, I just assume everybody thinks the way we do, but not all chiropractors think this way.
Yeah,
No.
that's true.
And maybe I was just naive to that, but I didn't feel, you know, when you speak in front of a crowd, you can feel a vibration.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you can feel the anti-vibration.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that works to my advantage because then it even spins the turbo faster. No, it does. But it's alarming to me that people, you know what it is? I think a lot of people get into chiropractic now because it's a profession to make money, and I don't think they were ever steeped in the roots
Or
of the
they could
philosophy.
just be called a doctor.
Is that why people do it? I never really liked the doctor thing.
People call me Lindsay.
Yeah, Billy D. All right, I think we're getting the foot over there from Nick. So he says we got to go wrap it up.
People are waiting on the other side.
Okay, I'm just gonna change my clothes real quick. So I wanted to talk to you before you go on real quick. You guys, she's gonna go up first. Do like 20, 25 minutes. You're good with that?
I'm good.
Okay. You're doing a TED talk. Okay. What it is. Okay.
Okay.
Yep. And then you guys can have all night after that.
Awesome.
Okay. Perfect.
All
All right.
right.
You done?